Hello, it's Music Monday, I'm ThinkTankerMeeksman, and this portal of celestial light is open today to prove a point. I do have daytime where I am Jilfina. Back to the keys. The song that I want to talk to you about today is actually a song I really dislike. Here's to Never Growing Up by Avril Lavigne, which is kind of a Peter Pan anthem, which I keep confusing with Kesha's I Sure Hope We Die Young anthem. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it and watch the official video, not the lyric video. The first thing I want to say about it is it talks about singing Radiohead at the top of our lungs, which always makes me laugh a little bit. Please could you stop the noise? I'm trying to get some rest. There's also another line in the chorus that's constantly repeated that we're going to run down the street yelling, "Kiss my butt." This line annoys the crap out of me because here in Provo, we have this guy who will just drive down the street and lean out his window and just scream randomly at pedestrians, and that is really obnoxious. So doing this thing, running down the street screaming, "Kiss my butt" at random people, it's not cool. It doesn't make you cool. It makes you an idiot. You need to get a new hobby. But honestly, the best saturation of this song comes from the official music video itself. Avril Lavigne looks bored. At the end of the video, Avril sits on a skateboard in the halls of her old high school singing about how she never wants to grow up. And she just looks empty. She looks sad. Like, there's nothing there in her soul. It's just... The entire thing just feels kind of forced. This song is obsessed with reliving the heroic past while avoiding the fears of an unknown future, which makes me think of The Great Gatsby. Hopefully you've read The Great Gatsby. The Great Gatsby touches on the monstrosity and emptiness of a careless life. A life where the only things that you do are the immediately pleasurable things that you want to do. But in The Great Gatsby, what becomes of all the people who live this philosophy? Hint, all the careless people live terrible, unfulfilled, unhappy lives as they're surrounded with the ashes of the things that they have destroyed in The Great Gatsby. Now, a lot of people are probably going to say, you're overthinking this, dude, and I get what the song is trying to say. Like, I get it. You don't want to lose the fun of youth. You don't want to change because change is hard. You don't want to leave Neverland. But what bothers me about this philosophy of never wanting to grow up is that it's based on a fallacy. The fallacy that traditional adulthood is somehow evil or requires you to give up everything that defines you. And it's false. It is a fallacy. It's not true. I'm an adult. I'm 24, I'm married, I have a child, I've graduated college, and I'm looking for a job that is not a rock star lifestyle. My life is the poster boy of traditional adulthood at the moment. And honestly, at this point in my life is richer and fuller and more meaningful and happier than it has been at any point in my life. The youth, compared to now, I'd rather be now. Like, honestly, my life is more fun now than it has ever been. And this philosophy that growing up, being an adult, can't be fun is really destructive. Living a life by this philosophy is a life literally ruled by fear. You're so busy being afraid of growing up and being an adult that you become obsessed with the perceived activities of youth. And you become obsessed with distracting yourself from that fear. You embark on a never-ending distraction quest for instant gratification and pleasure so that you don't have to think about how scary it might be to have impending commitments and responsibilities. We all want to stop time. We want to stop the impending approach of all of those adult responsibilities. But the thing about time, as taught by They Might Be Giants, is that it's still marching on. Perhaps the most productive thing to do is to embrace that. Because you know what we call people who never change? Who hand off all the responsibility in their lives to someone else because it scares them? Who spend their lives following the scripts of what they've done before and only know how to do what's safe and fun and familiar? We call them NPCs. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!
You jarring kids, get off my lawn!